Hey guys, Mr. Tolly here. I'm going to show, just real quick, I hope, how to field strip a 1911. Specifically, this is my Shooter's Arms Commodore. No magazine, nothing in the magazine. For the safety sallies, there's nothing in the chamber. Alright. Because I wouldn't want to shoot myself. Alright, real quick like. Because it's not hard and I've done this a gazillion times. This is your recoil spring plunger. See how that pushes in? This is your barrel bushing. I like to leave my hammer forward when I do this because it helps to hold the slide in place. So, push that down and spin that barrel bushing around, gently let up, because this plug will fly like there's no tomorrow. Simple. Spin your bushing back to the other side. It won't go all the way, it'll only go about that far. Get under it and it'll come loose. And you can take it out. And it's that easy to get that out. Next step, you'll see two notches on the slide. You have a notch here and a notch here. This is your slide stop notch. This is your takedown notch. Little half moon shape. Pull your hammer back because you got to pull your slide back. And you don't want to fight that. Take that half moon notch and line it up right with your slide stop. I have changed my slide stop to a standard slide stop instead of the extended one. That's in my closet somewhere. I didn't care for it, so I took it off. Just didn't like it. Personal preference. Lovely part about 1911s is so many parts are interchangeable. So get your slide stop lined up with that hole. Over on this side, your slide stop is proud there. Just push it until it's not anymore. And that'll give you enough room on this side to just stick a fingernail or something under there and pull it out. That easy. All you gotta do is push the slide forward and watch the parts fall out. No. I'll show you how to prevent that. Let me stick this back together right quick. Okay, so to prevent losing any parts from this way, tip it upside down. Pull the frame off. This is your guide rod and recoil spring. Sometimes mine are loose and separate easily, but you can take them out together or one at a time, it doesn't matter. And then your barrel, just push up from the underside so it unlocks. Slide it forward. Take your link, your barrel link, push it forward, and you can just slide it right out. Sometimes you got to wiggle a little bit. I've done this enough times that it makes my head spin. I'm a 1911 guy. So, there you go. And right here on the bench are my parts. My frame. When you clean it, clean down here in the magazine well. Clean your rails. Get all that taken care of because it gets gunky. Gunky, I like that. Same with your slide. Clean your rails. Clean your breech face. A light maybe. It's not working real well. On this side, there. That's a little better, I guess. This is your breech face. And if you're like me and I shoot a lot of lead, you'll get carbon deposits and some lube, stuff like that will get stuck in your breech face. Just clean that with a Q-tip or a brush or whatever. And you're pretty much done. You really don't need to disassemble it any farther than that. About every 1,000 rounds or so, I'll totally disassemble the slide. I almost never disassemble the frame, maybe every 5,000 rounds. But I'll make sure the firing pin comes out, and I'll get all the stuff out of there. And there's only about 1,000 rounds through this gun. So anyway, let's put it back together. Tip my camera up a little. The barrel link is forward again. And you just slide the barrel in, and if you listen, you can hear it drop into those locking lugs, and that's where you want it. Tip your link, get back in the camera. Tip your link back up, and just your spring goes in like so. Push it back. Now we're ready to put the frame back on. Hold it upside down. It's easier that way. When you clean it, all I ever do is I put a drop of lube here and a drop here, same on the other side, and slide it back together. I haven't met a 1911 yet that likes to run wet. You'll get to a point where it won't, you'll have to push and force a little bit, and when you get to that point, that's where you need to be. Force it by just a little bit, and line up that half moon notch again with that hole through this hole. Let's see if I can, you can see through it, but if I slide forward it'll get covered. That's my barrel link that's getting in the way of the hole. Okay, so you want your hole to be clear. And you can see it when you look through it, and the camera won't pick it up, but I'm going to try to screw this up. I'm not going to be able to. It's one of those things that you do too much. I always take, to prevent the idiot scratch, which gets right here, and they call it an idiot scratch because people get careless putting their gun back together. I slide it through this way, and once I'm there, I make sure that nothing's moving. Okay, my barrel will have a little play up and down, but it won't move forward. You can grab the end of the barrel and it won't move forward. So even if I try to screw it up, I can't. Alright, when you go to put this in, now it's in and it's all the way through. Pull it back out a little ways until you can clearly get this part. Let's see. Oh, I wish I had some stainless parts in here. But you don't want to rub that on the frame. See the part? Come on. See the part that sticks down there? People rub that on the frame, and that's how they get the idiot scratch. This will prevent it, because you can, now you'll carefully lift it up. Oops. Forgot. Line up your half moon notch there. Lift it up and around that, and then if you're lined up right, it'll just pop in. Okay, so again, line up your takedown notch with the hole there. Lift this up so it's not rubbing. It's not gonna hit. Okay, and then just pop it in. No idiot scratch. See, you don't see one on my gun, and this has been, I take this down every time I go to the range. So even if I don't shoot 50 rounds, I still tear it down. Run your slide the rest of the way. Hold your spring. Run your slide forward again. Now you want to let the hammer down gently, because again, it holds that, helps hold the slide in place when you go to the rest. Take your barrel bushing, wiggle it a little bit. You got to go to the other side, push it down all the way, and then your spring might get in the way a little bit. Just move the spring a little. Spin it over to the other side. Take your plunger, push it all the way in, and just line everything back up, and you're good to go. So, function that. Stick an empty magazine in, make sure it locks back, make sure your stop works. I never use my slide stop, so mine's a little stiff, but dry fire it, you're good to go. So hopefully that's helpful. This is a bit of a request vid, kind of. Somebody asked some questions about it, so I figured I'd do a quick video. Hopefully this isn't too late for you, but there you go. The lowdown and dirty on how to take care of that, how to disassemble and reassemble a 1911. Stay safe, God bless, and have a fantastic day.